Hello, my friends. Welcome to Doing Life Together episode. Where are we at? 48? 58? What on earth? That mind blanked out there. I did something different, so my brain was like somewhere else. Anyway, welcome. It's good to see you guys. All right. So if you're new here, great chatting with you. My name is Sonia Eckel, and we've been doing life together for over a year. So we must be a 58. Yes, we are. Anyway, and tonight I'm going to share with you guys something that I think makes a huge difference in our wellness. And actually, speaking of wellness, I have something upcoming that is going to bless all of you so very much. I can't even wait to share with you. So stay tuned for that. All right, my passion is helping people detox their homes so that, now I wonder if I'm going live on Instagram. That's what I was trying to do when I got all out of whack here. Hey, Instagram, are we live? I'm doing it differently this time. So I'm just going to check here if hopefully it's working. All right. Okay. Instagram makes it a little bit tougher than some of the other platforms. Okay, good. I think we're live on Instagram. Give me a shout out on Instagram if you're seeing me there. All right. So right now, as I am connecting with people, I'm hearing two major things that are just consistent across so many of my conversations. Number one, I am hearing more financial stress than I've heard in a very long time. And I talk about this often because I'm just sensing, and tell me if you guys are sensing the same. I'm sensing a lot of people are hurting right now financially. And so obviously want to talk about solutions on that front. Always good to help one another break through times like this where maybe there's been a little extra strain. But the second thing that I'm just hearing, it feels like from every corner, is health challenges. And obviously health challenges aren't new, but I feel like they are amplified right now. Tell me again, is it just because I'm getting older? Is that why I'm like, everyone's having health challenges? Or do you see it too? When you look around you, are you seeing more autoimmune conditions? Are you seeing more of the C word? Are you seeing more heart issues? Tell me, like, is this, because I do know that when what we focus on grows. So, I do want to make sure, like, hey, is it just a change in my season of life? But it's something that I'm noticing. And actually, if I'm not mistaken, life expectancy went down for the first time in probably over a decade. We've been going up with modern medicine, with things that we've learned with science and nutrition. And I believe that the actuary people like life insurance who keep track of this stuff because their business relies on it, that we actually saw a slight decline. And so is it a reality? Possibly. So why would this be? Now, we could talk for hours because there's not just one contributing factor, I don't believe. I believe there are multiple factors contributing, among which we've talked a lot about here on Doing Life Together. Obviously, our food supply does not give us the nutrition it once did. And we can go back to farming practices, the nutrients that don't get replenished in the soil. So if it's not in the soil, how do we expect to get those micronutrients, even if we're eating good foods, right? So we know that nutritional provision from just eating a good diet is down. So I feel like one thing that is unfortunate, and I don't think this is how God made it to be, but it is the world we're living in. And that is, I think that supplementation is critical. I do. Because we need those core, we need the minerals, we need the core nutrients. And if it's difficult to get it just from eating well, we need to be probably supplementing, unless you are growing your own veggies and you've tested your soil and the nutrients. For most of us, however, I think supplementation is key. Now, another thing that I think is very real is EMF exposure, electromagnetic frequencies, radiation, whatever you want to call it. Like the world we live in has changed so dramatically since even I graduated high school, which was approximately when the internet kind of was just coming into being. So I wasn't raised in an electronic soup. Now, I mean, never mind that we were literally raised without even a TV. So I probably had less electromagnetic than the average Joe, right? But this is new that the human body has cell phone towers. If you're in a 5G area, like those cell phone towers are super close to one another because they have to be. But, you know, we've got cell phone towers. Most all of us have wireless. We've got Wi-Fi in our house. Most of us probably aren't turning it off at night. So that's all the time. Of course, what do we have usually on our body or very close to our body a lot of the time? Of course, our cell phones. Think about our kiddos who are handed cell phones and iPads and those things at such a young age now. It's crazy. So I think EMF exposure, if you look at our body, number one, our body's amazing. And so I look to our creator. I'm like, Lord, you are incredible. The human body is so intricately made. And it actually, we were created to heal and restore. That's actually what our body wants to do. You cut your skin, what does it do? It immediately starts healing. That's how we were created, is to heal and restore. But when our body is getting hit by a toxic load at all different levels, and it's also lacking nutrients to raise the good fight, it's kind of a recipe for disaster. So behind me here, I have this little thingamajigger there, and that's supposed to help with EMFs. I don't know. I can't speak to it much, but I do various things to help hopefully mitigate to some degree the high EMFs. And I try to keep my cell phone away from me. I really try not to have it near my head, not on my body. And when I sleep at night, it's actually in another room. I know that not everybody does that, but I think that's one place we could look at giving our body a better fighting chance. Okay, so we've got that. Then, of course, we can get into things like mold exposure and unique situations like that, you know, toxins of various heavy metal toxins, like that's all very, very real. And so we've got nutrition. Then we look at activity level, right? Our body was definitely made to thrive being active. And as a world population, most of us sit a ridiculous amount. So I think there's things that we can do on that side of things. What I wanted to talk to you about tonight, though, is one of the easiest, quickest ways that I believe we can make a difference and create a space for our body to be better equipped to restore itself. And that is to detox our home. So detox our home obviously has a few levels to it. If you have mold in your home, take care of it. Take care of it the right way, right? Like that's important. If you're looking at EMF exposure and especially if you're sensitive, some people are more so, like that would be another way to detox your home. But I'm going to share with you 3 ways that are so uber easy to detox your home. Like this is not hard. It's not expensive. Like EMF mitigation, mold mitigation, that can actually get kind of spendy. What I'm going to tell you right now, not so spendy, okay? So first place that I'm going to encourage you to look is air fresheners in your home. And you've probably heard me say, I was raised by a mom, by the way. I was just sitting at my computer having a little cry, a little time, as I was thinking it was 6 years ago this month that my mom passed on, and about 3 months later, before my baby brother. And so it's interesting. Another thing that can be very toxic is holding in emotions. And I don't like to cry, but I've learned that when that comes on, I need to give it a release. I need to let it out so it has a path out. That's a side note, but there's another thing for healing is I believe there's a huge, massive emotional component to our body healing and restoring. Massive. That's not what I'm talking about tonight. But anyway, where was I going with that? I don't even know what made me think of that. But anyway, so, oh, my mom loved everything to smell good. So in my growing up years, yeah, we didn't have a TV, we didn't have EMFs, but what we did have was about every cleaner that smelled sort of good in our house. And guess whose job it was to clean the bathroom? Yes, that would be me. And of course, the more cleaner, the better. Although, like, I kind of knew to hold my breath for a while. So fragrances. A lot of things get hidden under the term fragrance. And because it is trade secret, it gets to hide a bunch of who knows what. Okay. Watch the documentary Stink if you just are kind of interested in a deeper dive here. So fragrances. How many of you have stuff plugged into the outlets of your home that give off scents? How many of you burn waxes, candles, wax burners? How many of you use aerosol air fresheners in the bathroom? Maybe you use them. I'm trying not to name brands, all right? Maybe you spritz them on your furniture. I believe that this one area, if we can clean up our air quality from those unsuspected chemicals, most of us, and guess what? Our sense of smell is our strongest memory sense, okay? You smell something and it can literally bring you back to a time in your life. Think about a perfume or a hairspray that was popular back when you were young. Think if you smell that, where do you go? Think about the cleaner your parents maybe used on cleaning day. When you smell that cleaner, does it transport you back to that? Yes. So companies know that fragrances are insanely powerful for ongoing purchases because most people associate the memory of clean with a certain fragrance. So there's that. You can take out these fake fragrances, potentially harmful, toxic fragrances, and there's other ways to make sure your house smells clean. Okay. So there's other alternatives. And actually, I have a free gift for you if you want to start diving in on some of the alternatives, other things that you can do in replacing and getting those out. But the most important thing is get them out. Get them out. I've shared this story so many times, but it just made such an impact on me. Early on in my Norwex career, I met a lady and she hosted a Norwex show. And I got there and this beautiful golden retriever greeted me at the door. I was like, oh my goodness, he's gorgeous. And she said, we almost lost him. He had no fur. I said, what? What happened? She said, it was one of the big reasons she was hosting a Norwex party. She said he was so sick. And we brought him in to the vet, and the vet asked one of the first questions, which kudos to this vet, is, do you have air fresheners plugged into the outlets of your wall? And she said, yeah, in nearly every room. He said, get them out. She told me that was the only thing that she knowingly changed, and he was able to come back to health, right? I'm sure she was feeding him good food and whatnot, but remarkable. So not only for us, but our fur babies are impacted by these artificial fragrances, all the things, okay? So there's some healthy options you can do. And if you hang with me till the end, I'm going to give you a free gift, all right? So number 2 place that's easy and affordable. It's actually going to save you time and money to make these switches. So these are in your favor. The second thing I would do is laundry. A lot of us still use the same laundry soap we used a decade ago because, again, we've been trained that clean clothes smell like fill in the blank brand of laundry soap, of fabric softener, of dryer sheets, of beads, whatever it is. Or we just like how it smells, period. However, you wear that on your skin, your body's largest organ, right? And your skin absorbs everything in contact with it. So it's an ongoing chemical burden just by the clothes you wear, the sheets you sleep in, the towels you dry off in. When you clean up your laundry, this is one of the biggest bangs for your buck, in my opinion. And it's easy. It's going to save you a ton of money. Again, super simple solutions. There's detergents out there that, in my humble opinion, by the way, I used all of the above. And I don't want to name brands, but I bet if I did, you'd be like, yep, orange bottle, blue bottle, orange box, all the things. That's how I was raised. And so when I got married, I used all those things until a friend challenged me and said, have you researched it? And I had not. And I did. And I cut cold turkey, and I've never used it since after my research. So I'm going to say hashtag do your research. The Google machine, when you go, it's going to just search toxicity of fabric softener. Get started there. Anyway, okay, so love the Norwex laundry soap options. I love the liquid with the enzymes. The powder is power packed. We've used it for 15 years. The strips are super easy, but not your most economical, although they're super eco-friendly, right? So pick one, run with it. We usually have a powder and a liquid by our laundry, and love it. We don't use any fabric softener anymore, any dryer sheets. Get yourself a good set of balls to throw in your dryer, right? Get some dryer balls. Okay. So there's your second big bang for your buck, and it's going to save you money because you're not having to buy all the stuff anymore. Now, a really good thing to do is know that white vinegar in your rinse cycle will naturally soften your clothes. So that's huge. Also, if you have towels that get sour, you need Norwex towels with the silver embedded. I love our Norwex towels. But if you have regular towels that have gotten sour, white vinegar is one of the very few things that will cut that. And actually, the use of fabric softener and dryer sheets has probably contributed to those towels getting more smelly. So there you go, laundry. A third easy place, and this one's going to save you a ton of money again, is your cleaners. So every cleaner you use leaves a residue behind. Even vinegar. I mean, vinegar leaves a non-toxic residue, but it's still going to leave residue. But most of those chemical cleaners are leaving that chemical behind on the surface. Now, I'm not going to deep dive that tonight, what that means, even for bacterial load and adapting to chemicals if they're not used the right way and they're not actually killing. So read your labels. If you're using chemical cleaners, be sure to read your labels. Go to YouTube, search Norwex raw chicken. And I did a video. I've done several actually. YouTube, Norwex raw chicken, YouTube, Norwex disinfectant, wipes, whatever. You'll find some of my videos. Fascinating to actually read the specific instructions on those cleaners. So we got that. And super easy to change out. You can invest in a set of Norwex cloths. Literally right now, you could get 5 of our top sellers, $87, open your own Norwex consultant account, and basically not need to walk down the cleaning aisle. For me, it's been 15 years and I avoid it because now it smells so strong to me. Now that I've detoxed my body from all those fragrances, I intentionally don't want to go down that cleaning aisle. So mechanical cleaning, get yourself a Norwex Enviro cloth, get yourself a Norwex window cloth, wet the Enviro cloth with just water. It's going to say everything cloth or Enviro on the tag. Clean everything with it. It mechanically removes the bacteria as it cleans, instead of trying to hopefully chemically annihilate everything, including ourselves, right? So that, get yourself a dust mitt. Dust is another piece that we can get into that actually holds a ton of toxins. So sometimes we're like, why even dust? It comes back 5 minutes later. Interesting study to look into the toxicity of dust in our homes, and why we do want to dust, even though at times it feels a little futile. But what I can tell you is when you get the Norwex dust mitt, you're not going to have to dust as often because it's not leaving any residue behind. Residue pulls dust back to it, right? Like if you use a dusting spray with the idea it's going to pull dust off your surface, well, what's the residue left behind doing? It's pulling dust back to that surface. So just do a dust mitt. It's going to save you so much money and time because you won't have to dust as often. So those are my top 3. I could keep going, but I think if we just start there, you will truly create such a cleaner, safer, environment for your body to be able to do what God made your body to do. And that literally is to heal itself. Okay? Medicine doesn't heal you. Supplements don't heal you. You heal you. Your body was created to heal itself. Just think about it. When you get cut, what does your body do? It heals the cut, unless you are dealing with like low circulation or some medical condition. But the body was made, God in his infinite wisdom made our body to be able to heal itself, but we just need to support it. And so we covered a few of the things. We could deep dive wellness all night and just barely scratch the surface. So I promised you a free gift. I just wrote this out. So I think it'll be super helpful in why these things matter. So if you go to thedetoxgirl.com, that's me, the Detox Girl. All right. So THEDETOXGIRL.com, thedetoxgirl.com. So at the top, you're going to see my detox formula. All right. It's a booklet that I've put together for you to help you know where to start. Shout out to one of my friends who just today tried Norwex for the first time. I never get tired of seeing it through new people's eyes. And in her text to me, it was something like, oh my goodness, my husband and I are both wishing we had discovered this long ago. And it's magical. And so she just goes on and on because the products are phenomenal. All right. So it's free. You can just go fill out the little, like put your name, email, and then I'll email you that booklet. And I think it'll be a blessing to you. Take the time to read it. Okay. Don't just get it. Like, actually, I feel like it's got some helpful ideas for you. And then I think you'll appreciate it. All right. Also, as we wrap this up this evening, a couple things that are time sensitive in October only. Number one, a lot of chemical residue is on most homes' floors. Now, if you have kitties, dogs, hamsters, bunnies, I don't care, whatever, you have animals in your house, they are smaller than us. So they are even more susceptible to the chemical burden because of a variety of reasons. Chemicals on the floor, they're directly absorbing that into their body. So, hey, thanks, Barb. Yes, thedetoxgirl.com. Thanks for throwing that in the comments on Facebook, YouTube. If you want to do that as well, that'd be super great. So floor chemicals, floor cleaners, a lot of people don't think about it. I'm a barefoot girl. Like, I know not everybody walks around their house barefoot. I totally do. And what I know from the old mopping ways that I used to mop, and I hated mopping. The mop grossed me out, the slushing bucket of water. I was always trying the latest, greatest mop. None of them really worked. It was expensive buying all those pads, the chemicals. But what really bugged me is I would work so hard to clean that floor, and then I could feel it. It was tacky, almost sticky, and I could feel it under my bare feet. What I didn't know is that was residue left behind from the chemicals that I was trying to clean my floor with. That residue, again, gets directly absorbed into our body through our skin. So bonus here, this kind of goes with cleaners, but specifically your floor. How much money would it save you if you cleaned your floor with just water, but how much healthier would your home be? And guess what? I know this is time sensitive, so it won't apply after October 2024. But for those of you who are watching this live, you can currently get the Norwex mop system, which is my favorite cleaning product in our entire catalog, which is mind-blowing because I love them all. I love our mop. And you can get that on a crazy, I have never seen this price, this special offer that's going on right now. So if you want a Norwex mop, if you're working with a consultant, be sure to get their link. If you're working with me, I'm your consultant, I'm your Norwex girl, or you don't have Norwex yet, go to detoxourhomes.com. It's also norwex.com/Sonia Eckel. Get this mop system right now. it is just while supplies last. Okay. So like run, don't walk. The mini size has sold out, but the full size, which is the most popular, is still in stock right now. And there's also an extra large. If you have a big house, then extra large. This sale is absolutely incredible. I cannot even tell you, like, go get the mop. Second thing, till the end of October, if you are feeling the pinch financially, and maybe you've never used the Norwex cloths, just like my friend who was like, oh my goodness, she didn't even know about it. Like, she was brand new to it. She'd never used them. And she's like, where have these been all my life? That is how you will feel. That's why I'm still doing Norwex 15 years later, over 15, because the product is phenomenal. And it saves people so much time and money. And when I started, we were in a bit of a financial pinch. Remember 2009, right? 2008, 2009, there was a lot of people upside down in their mortgages. There was a lot of financial stress. And that's when I took the risk and I signed up as a Norwex consultant. We didn't have a free kit that month, so I signed up with the Granddaddy big kit, came with the mop, which you can still do today. However, if you just want to jump in, get a consultant account, get your hands on these products, you can join literally, there's a free kit. You don't pay a penny for the kit. You do cover, it's less than $10 shipping, okay? You cover that. And if your state taxes shipping, then it might be a few pennies over that. Can you imagine that you can open an account right now that potentially could be the answer to your prayers financially, as well as detoxing your home? To me, it's just like a win, 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 no lose. No lose. There is no lose, my friends, on this. I promise you, it's going to blow your mind. Okay. And I know a lot of you already have Norwex. Many of you I see are actually part of my Norwex team. So I know you guys close. Anyway, so if you want to open your own account, you can do it for free. It ends at the end of October. Get the little sample kit. Okay. It just comes with 10 sets of samples that you can bless friends and family with so they can try it out. With that said, yes, go do it if that fits you. But before you sign up, look at the Safe Haven 5 kit. For in the US here, it's a little bit more in Canada, depending on how our dollar compares. And both Canadians and US can sign up for this kit. And if you are, again, if you're working with me, go to joinwithsonya.com. That is SONYA. So joinwithsonya.com should bring you to that where you can sign up. The Safe Haven 5 kit is normally, what is it, around $125. You can get that for $87 right now as that starter kit. Open your own consultant account, have the ability to earn 35% of the products that we sell. That is our commission that we get to earn as consultants, along with also the component, if you choose, you can also build residual income, because that's what I love about direct sales is you can help other people make money, and then you get to earn money when you help them make money. So that's pretty sweet. Anyway, so those are two things, time sensitive. I urge you with every fiber of my being, go take advantage of one or both of these. And if you want to totally double dip, let me give you one more thing. Go to joinwithsonya.com, or if you're working with a consultant, get their link, sign up, open your own consultant account, which then you get you get to buy your products at my price, which is 35% off. And then immediately, do not wait, go order the mop. And then there's a few other things. If you sign up, I can tell you some things that I think you'll appreciate having right out of the gates. You can get so much extra for free. In fact, I did a whole video on YouTube on this. So if you really, or just go to, you can go to my FAQs. It's pgtconsultinginfo.com. And there's some video links in there if you want to watch. Anyway, these specials right now are crazy. It's just the perfect time to jump in at every level. Let's help you detox your home. Let's help you save loads of time, because your cooking is going to be so much faster. Let's help you save loads of money. Oh my goodness, just paper towels alone that I no longer need to buy. Tons of money. No more disinfectant wipes I don't buy, granite cleaner I don't buy, all the things. So go check it out. And I would, of course, be super delighted to welcome you into Norwex, whether you want it more for personal use, share with friends and family, or if you are interested in actually earning income with it. That's what I do. People pay me to coach them on how to build a network marketing or direct selling small business, right? Or big business is what I mean, right? So this is what I love. And as a member of my team, you're going to get access to me every week for free. So that's one of the perks to my team members as well. So I will also help you build a business that aligns with your personal goals. So, all right. That, my friends, is a wrap for tonight. So I just hope that you will do a couple of these super simple things. Whether or not you use Norwex as the better alternative, totally, that's up to you. I can speak to it because we have literally used it for 15 years, but find something safer. Create a cleaner and safer environment for you, your loved ones, your fur babies, and for your health. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me, and we will see you all next week, same time. Let me see here if I can get this. Oh, there we go. See you soon.